Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2, Napoleon's Legacy as the British Empire. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So, you know, it's still uprisings in Egypt, but we're dealing with that at the moment. In Argentina and Grand Colombia, are you guys having revolutions now as well? Reactionaries, you have a 3-stack, but that's really not enough to deal with this, I guess. I think Grand Colombia is also happening. Ecuador wants to be independent? Ecuador, you can't be independent. Should we send relief efforts over there? Potentially. There's some Jamaican troops. Actually, where even are our transport ships? Okay, they're over here then. So combine these into one big navy. Because what we wanted to do was that we wanted to have, well, we have the British Navy in Britain, because that makes sense. The reason we have the British Navy in Britain is in case, for example, the French declare war on us, because they do still have a CB for their core islands over here. So if the French wanted to attack us, they could. So we're going to have these ships over here. So in case they attack, we just always just blockade the strait. Even then, I don't think that they could actually get across and attack into us, just because our army's a little bit too strong. How many guys can you carry? 49? But I just don't want to have a big army in Britain, because I don't feel like it's necessary. And I still feel like the United States is actually a bigger threat to us than... Let's see. 36, yeah, we can carry 3 brigades out of here. But I still think, yeah, that the United States is a bigger threat to us, just because our capital and stuff is in the New World. Even though I don't know how much this stuff actually costs in terms of war score. But I imagine it's not going to be 0. It's not like in normal Britain games where Canada is all colonies. Those are our core territories. Excuse me. Okay, when are you guys going to get on there? 7th of June? There we go. So we will ship all of you guys off to, like, which one of these states? 67, 52? One of you've got to have, like, a really good 52. I guess 67? But that's actually too far inland. Okay, well, I guess the first fleet, you guys just go to Halifax. I was going to say go to Halifax. No, we're going to send 2 guys over, because we need to send some troops over here to relieve Argentina and Grand Colombia. So we're going to send probably 1 army over there. And then you guys, go kill these rebels. Actually, nah, maybe they don't need our help. The supply limit looks fine. Go down to this army so you can regroup. And that should be fine over there. Can we train up some more British troops? We can train 8 guys. 8 guys isn't enough for an army, but... we can start getting ready for a 2nd army. Or I guess a 4th army, actually, but... Intermediate. Are we allied to... We're allied to you. Do I care about being allied to Persia? I'm not really too sure, honestly. They have a lot of reactionary rebels. Bengal is actually going to win their war against Punjab. I mean, I'm surprised it took them so long. I mean, they should win. Punjab has 2 big armies, but I'm assuming your military tech has to be better, right? 8, and these guys must have, like... Well, not 8, because they don't even have... They're not civilized. They have 2. I don't know what those guys are doing that's taking them so long. We can train up some more guys here. So we can train up an engineer and 2 Drake, or only 1 Dragon apparently. Will they both rally here? Okay, yeah. So they'll both join our army. We're gonna need 1 more Dragoon in the future, but other than that, that should be fine. Africa, do you guys need more troops? You have a 3-stack. That's fine, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can build cannons to get that up to maximum. It is 4 cannons, right? Like, we don't have... No, we do have 5 cannons. Apparently, I'm just wrong on my numbers. Okay, so where's the Atlantic Fleet? You guys are halfway across the Atlantic Sea. That sounds good to me. You guys really should... Oh, I guess that is a coastal province. Or a border province, I guess I should say. Minnesota integration. Minnesota. Minnesota is this one, I believe? Yeah, this one's Minnesota. But it's almost entirely British. It's more British than not, so I don't see a good reason to do that. Like, it's fine. There's not even a lot of people in Minnesota. There's like 20,000. That's not really enough to actually matter. Is there any projects we can fund? We'll fund these if at all possible. Why can we not invest into this one? I'm not... Oh, there's an event. Why can't we invest into here? Oh, there we go. Now we can. We're going to want to build a small arms factory, railroads. That all sounds good. What actually is our government right now? Interventionism, protectionism, moralism, limited citizenship, and pro-military. I mean, that's fine for the most part. Is there any decisions really left? I mean, there's the return to London, but I still don't want to do this. This I don't think will ever fire because the British Union doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, other than that, the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal actually as well. We don't have iron steamers. Probably should get iron steamers then. If we want to build the Panama Canal. And I think that'll mostly stop the United States trying to influence them. Because the only reason the United States actually influence the Grand Columbia is so they can build the Panama Canal themselves. Of course, Russia's in a war. They ally us and then immediately call us to war. Who are you at war with? Japan. Why are you in a war against Japan? The Russian... Oh, do they need to get your island back? Yeah, no, they... Oh, no, not even that island. They want this island back. With, mostly almost all Japanese. And, like, 15,000 people. Well, I guess I'll join the war. I don't even know why, like we're allied to almost every single great power. We're allied to Italy. Actually, let's look at the great power list. So we got us, allies. And are we allied to Sweden as well? We're allied with the majority of the great powers. Other than the French United States, we're allied with every other great power, which is great, actually. It's a good position to be in. Catalonia, we can get them into our sphere. Or we can at least increase opinion. I think get them up to cordial. That's fine. I mean, I'll say yes to it. Who else are you at war with? Just Russia, Italy, and Poland, Lithuania. Well, I mean, we're not going to send troops or anything like that. No, that's asking a bit too much. Looking at the Jefferson method. The Jefferson method, proportional representation. Let's get some trade unions. That sounds fine to me. Got some German troops over there. Also, we got hyperbad reactionaries. A lot of reactionaries. Oh yeah, they're still not westernized. Okay. Who are you guys? Transcore? That's fine. We'll send over a 36 stack to help relieve these guys. Because, you know, they're a big country and I want them in my sphere for as long as possible. And I can't intervene into this war. Sadly, I wish I could, but, you know, we just can't. Also, apparently we're the war leader now. Of course we are. I mean, we're the second military power. I'm assuming the first one is probably China still. Yeah, it's China just because they're big and they have a lot of people in them. Like 267 brigades. Actually, it's not even too much. That's only barely more than what we have. And they can't mobilize. So actually, we have a bigger army than the Chinese if we needed to. But we don't need to, because I don't really see good reason to go to war with China anytime soon. And these guys up here, like, we could start fabricating claims on Algeria. I'm surprised Algeria and Tunis and stuff. I'm surprised they still exist, honestly. It really feels like they shouldn't exist. Catalonia, Mexico, Great Columbia. Is the United States trying to influence anybody? Of course they are. United States, get rid of Grand Columbia. Stop it. Okay, we'll influence them still a little bit more. So once this is done, Iron Steamers is the next tech. 9,000 points is basically half the price we're paying for this one. So it shouldn't take too long. It should be pretty quick. So the Japanese army, 58 brigades, they're mobilizing, which isn't surprising to me. They're landing troops into Manchuria. So I'm assuming the Russians are sending some forces? They are. So I'm assuming there's a straight crossing here then, between these two provinces. I don't know if there's a straight crossing between here and Japan. I'm assuming not. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, they're sending their entire army that way. Well, good luck with that. The Italians are also sending forces, but, you know, we're not going to do a single thing, because I see no good reason to do so. They're not in our sphere anymore? Are you... God damn it, Hyperbad. I come here to help you. And then you, yeah, they come back down to 60%. You were doing so well. You were doing so well. What happened, guys? They still have 7 million people, so we still need to influence them, but... that kind of sucks for us. So what's going on with these borders? I guess nothing. You're under occupation. Why are you under occupation? Oh, they're trying to annex you? I mean, they have 100%. Why are they not finishing the war? I'm not... There we go. The Congo Reform Association. Several witnesses reported the fast leaders. Mistreatment of Irish colonial subjects in the Congo Free State. Okay. So basically, you know, what happened in real life with Belgium, but it's now happening to Congo. So then they just they annex it outright. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, that's a little bit faster than it happened in real life, because I think it took until like 1905-ish, roughly, for Belgium to outright annex the Congo. So Japan's, that 0%. I mean, they're occupying some stuff, but this area is basically going to be completely worthless. Is it even a... Yeah, it's colony states as well, so it doesn't really even matter that they occupy it. Military leaders die, that sucks, but, you know, doesn't really matter. Any more troops that can be built? 1 African artillery. I mean, I guess we will need an engineer there eventually, so we might as well get the engineer started. What do you guys got up here? We have a 24 stack. Portugal has communist. But they're not in our sphere. They're just allied with us, so we don't really care as much. They still got their rebellion problems. Well, actually, you know what? Also, these guys have been sitting in here forever. Oh, dear. Okay, we need to land, like, now. I completely forgot about these guys, and they've just been suffering attrition for... basically forever. I think they lost like, half their armies. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That is pretty much awful. You get onto the boat, go to Quebec City. Well, sorry, guys. I just... started out thousands and thousands of people on boats. Generally, it would be considered a dick move, but I'm sure it's fine. You guys go here. Just basically completely surround New England. I mean, there's no reason to go to war with the United States, you know, directly. They can always attack us if they want to, but I'm assuming they never will. I mean, they're in second place. If they had a bigger army, then they might. Fiber liberal in the upper house. Trinket healthcare. In Granada, well, this actually is going to help us more, so we'll do this one first. And these are still French communists. I wonder what's going to happen to France. I wonder if they're going to turn communist. I mean, probably not. But it'd be interesting to see. I mean, there's no rebels in the actual mainland France. They have 52 divisions right now. Also, got some German pan-nationalists. So I wonder, I think if they're in nobody's sphere, so nobody's actually going to even help them. So I think them firing might actually unite Germany, but I have no idea. It's not going to be, one of these two countries is going to remain independent. I don't know if it's going to be Prussia or if it's going to be the South German Federation, but one of them is going to become the head of the German Empire, while the other one is probably going to refuse to join, because they're both great powers. But we shall see, we shall see. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any crises soon. Crises. That are going to throw the world into chaos. I mean, hopefully at some point, because that'd be a little bit interesting. Yeah, sorry about all these guys from, like, Britain. Like, we did kind of kill a lot of them for no reason. Cut down the size in Abyssinia? Well, we have a CB against Abyssinia, but they're still in our sphere, so there's really no reason to attack them. And we couldn't even annex them if we wanted to, so there's really no good reason to do so. I mean, these countries still exist, like Established Protectorate, but still 10 infamy, which is way, way, way too much. Like, we definitely cannot afford to take a 10 infamy hit for something like that. Trying to influence, wait, Greece? I guess Greece does exist. It's this little island that we have control of. I forgot about that. So Mexico. We'll just ban the United States from Mexico as well. I mean, Mexico's a big country, and I want them in our sphere. And how I imagine how it goes is that they would get us out of their sphere, then immediately attack Mexico. That's probably the most likely situation there. So let's get iron steamers so we can actually build the Panama Canal. We can have one more national focus. Take a quick look at soldiers. Soldiers, for the most part, look okay. So maybe we should go back and try to work on some factories. First things first, you know, expand any factories need expanding. But I think it's time to go back into making a lot of craftsmen. Because we need craftsmen. Craftsmen are always useful. In South Bengal, we want more craftsmen there. I did kind of forget that this part of India we can actually have factories in. And it's awesome. I love being able to have factories in South Bengal. Because there's just a lot of people over here. It's awesome to have. Yeah, so they've annexed. I mean, it looks kind of ugly. But, you know, they're in our sphere, so it doesn't really matter anymore. I think we were actually influencing the Congo, but them being outright annexed is actually better for us. Because instead of going from a puppet to the overlord to us, I think it goes straight to us. So we kind of skip over one step for taking the resources from there. Apparently Russia's trying to influence some people in, Did they lose the war? No, I don't think so. I think they did win. No, actually, no, I think the Mongols lost. Good work, Mongol Empire. I mean, they of course on Nepal. They can always attack Nepal if they wanted to. I wonder if they're ever going to do that, though. We can also build more ships. We have a decent amount of... actually, we should wait till Iron Steamer so we can build ironclads and mortars. That actually makes a lot more sense than trying to build ships now. So our navy is a little bit weak, to say the least. I mean, I'm curious. I want these pan-nationalists to succeed, because I think they'll instantly fire because they have no other provinces. Either nothing will happen, or Germany will form. I'm not too sure which. It'll be interesting to see. And let's look at immigration. Are we still getting a lot of immigrants? 5,400. And if China ever civilizes, like right now, they are at 85%. If they ever civilize, the amount of people we're going to have into our country is going to be wonderful. Actually, we don't want a crisis to fire. I wanted a crisis to fire, but now thinking about it, that won't help us because we're at war right now with Japan. So we couldn't even join a crisis if we wanted to, I think. Increase opinion here. Denmark's trying to annex Norway, which has gone communist. That's interesting. Okay. Little commie Norway. But apparently they are just going to be annexed outright, so... when are you guys going to be able to have 36%? They're allied to us. We're allied with a lot of people, by the way. It's going very, very well for us. Other sphere leaders. So Poland won't accept an alliance. We are allied with them at the moment just because of the war. So Russia's probably going to kill this 30 stack from Japan. Like, what's the Russian army like? 12 out of 30. The Japanese are at 8 out of 30. So they're actually doing really, really poorly. We're at 15, so our military tech's better than basically all of them. And you also gotta remember, Manchuria is allied to... I mean, they're a puppet state. They could have just called Manchuria in to fight the war for them, but apparently just never did that. Not too sure why. And are they westernized? What are you guys? You guys are partially westernized at 60%. So not very well. We got a liberal party in charge now. Free trade. Oh, at least we still got interventionism, actually, which is kind of great. For us. Oh, Austria's becoming a great power again, but we're not allied to them. I'm pretty sure they hate us, don't they? Actually, 90. They don't hate us actually a lot. They hate us a little bit. Intermediate immediately. Sweden's under nobody's sphere, but I'm assuming they're probably maybe... I'm not friendly with anybody. But they're really close to becoming a great power, so I think if they become a great power, then it just gets rid of all of our influence. So maybe it's a little bit risky to do that. Apparently, Italy's trying to influence Brazil. I can't allow that. Mexico and Grand Colombia, I think we can drop. Morocco doesn't really matter as much. Why are you friendly? Why are you trying to influence the Mongol Empire in the United States? I feel like that's not going to be not going to work out so well for you. And the United States doesn't even have any allies. Their only ally is Liberia, which is kind of sad, really. Who else have they? Lafang, Korea, Holland. They're not even allied with Holland, who's in their sphere. Very, very surprising. I still don't know why the Mongols haven't attacked Nepal for their cores. Unless that's their capital province. Is this considered a one state? I'm not even too sure, actually. Yeah, it's just one state. So even though they have a core there, they actually can't do anything about it due to the way that works. So it's banning the United States from the Mongol Empire. Anybody else we want to ban? Not that I can see. We'll ban the United States from the USCA. At least for now. So Japan, like, what is this war actually worth? We're looking at a 14 war score deal for, 2 meaningless islands. And we're at 50%. No, actually, we are getting a ticking war score, so we'll see if maybe they can actually get something done. Also, what's this? French communists. Yeah, French communists basically all over the colony states of France. Which is good for us. Turmoil in France is, you know, definitely a benefit for us. So, yeah, we got some communists here. Should we go help Portugal? They have more communists showing up now. I mean, we probably should. If we were a good ally, we'd probably show up and try to help them. But maybe we can just kind of ignore that. Okay, so the Pan-Nationalists fired. So, but instead of uniting Germany, they just made them communist. Okay, you know, that makes a lot of sense. It makes, you know, perfect sense, honestly. So I don't think Germany is ever going to form. If Pan-Nationalists can't force the country to unite, I don't think anything will ever happen. We pay debts on South Africa, but no reason to do that. And there's all these small little countries down here that I wish we could attack, but we just can't do anything about. Like South Africa won't attack them, Portugal won't attack them, and it's you know, it just costs too much infamy to actually do anything like that. Okay, so you know, I mean, like at least the colonial stuff doesn't look too bad. I mean, other than this, I think the colonies in Africa look pretty much a-okay. Yeah, I don't think the Civil War is ever going to fire. I mean, that's good for us. Oh, wait, we were right. They want to surrender now? We're at 14%? How did I have 14%? Oh, blockades? Really? They blockaded these two islands and they're fine? Okay. Well, we'll say yes to that. Oh, I know. Oh, this island is actually also part of the area. Okay, well, that's less bad. I was going to say, you're going to attack for these small islands instead you attack for a bigger island. But, it's, you know, it's still basically a meaningless island. But it's fine. I was wondering, like, why it was costing 14%. It seemed like a little bit high for me for what it was. And actually, they don't even hate us. Only at plus 14, so they don't love us. You know, but they don't actually despise us. Only the United States and France hates us. Everybody else in the world actually loves us. The Chinese don't. But China, France, and the United States, and the Dutch. Those are the only 4 countries in the world that actually do not like us. Everybody else loves us. We're an internationally beloved nation, which is great. I like being internationally beloved. Okay, let's see. Friendly, cordial with Morocco. I mean, we're not even cordial with Morocco. We're actually not doing very well on that front. Is there a decision for Spain to become Spain? I feel like there should be. If they're independent and Spain doesn't exist, I feel like this country should just become Spain, but I guess the cores don't even exist anymore. It's a little bit weird. We'll increase your opinion here. Fantastic. Catalonia, we're almost able to get them into our sphere. Brazil, looks like the Italians have at least stopped influencing them. At least that's nice. And Italy, like, why are you intervening in North American affairs? Why are they trying to get Mexico? Or not? Yeah, why are they trying to get Mexico now? It seems a little bit odd. I don't know why they're doing it. We must shoulder the responsibility. Wait, no, I don't want to lose prestige. Even though we're like number 1 in prestige, I feel like I don't want to lose it. And I still want to annex you. Your democracy, civilization level is at 70%. I think at some point, I think there might be an event to annex them. But that might just be wishful thinking. Okay, we're getting Hyperbad after friendly. Like, I want them in our sphere, because they are a good country to control. You know, a lot of people, a lot of resources. So it makes sense to have them. I'm going to dissolve my alliance with Persia, just in case any other country wants to attack Persia. You're free to go ahead to. Like, I don't really care. If anybody was going to attack Persia, the only reason they wouldn't is because of me. We can get Catalonia in our sphere. I don't care about you, Persia, right now, because you're going to go reactionary in a second anyway, so I think our alliance would have broken anyway. So there's no reason to really keep you around. Increase in the United States, influence you a little bit. Catalonia, you're in our sphere now, so we can basically drop you down to 1. You don't matter as much. Brazil will decrease opinion of the Italians down to cordial. And I do think that this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks very much for watching. My name's been Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you don't enjoy, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.